over me. No, here you go.
I'm just gonna beat off.
Over me. No, here you go.
I'm just gonna beat off.
Over me. No, here you go.
I'm just gonna beat off.
Over me. No, here you go.
I'm just gonna beat off.
Over me. No, here you go.
I'm just gonna beat off.
Over me. No, here you go.
I'm just gonna beat off.
Over me. No, here you go. All right, we're live here. We're live. We just now started, so I'm sure viewers will start coming in. If not, hey, we got. It says right now we got 16 on Facebook and YouTube still coming in. I don't know about Kick because I don't have the monitor up, but we got Cody Sanders and we got Scotty. Scotty boy, Scotty, what's your last name again? I'm sorry.
Floyd.
Scotty Floyd, and Scotty is like Cody's best friend, right-hand man with the race team, or how do I introduce you?
Whatever. I mean, you know.
That's all right. Hey, you're
Got his back and whatever.
That's right.
What is your alias? Well, I mean, that's a bunch. It's something. First two names is M.D.
Right.
Floyd.
All right. So
Yeah, B.D. Floyd. No.
Scotty Floyd boy. And we got Cody Sanders here with Cody Cattle Company. He's from Texas. I don't know if it's are you east, north, west of Dallas? Where are you at from Dallas?
We're in Paris. We're outside of Paris, Texas, and on my ranch, about right around 800 acres, and we're like northwest of Paris in Lamar County,
Mm-hmm.
and we're like 107 miles from downtown Dallas, and like 96 miles from downtown Texarkana.
So basically, they live where everyone wants to live. Y'all live right in the heart of Texas, basically. I would say for me, what I like.
Northeast Texas, yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to get a little bit about talking about. So what's Cody Cattle Company? What's that about?
That's my ranch.
What all you do there? I mean, obviously, a lot of people's like, that's a ranch. You should know, but there's some people don't know.
I raise registered Brammers, Brammer Cross, like Tiger Stripes. You know, put a Brammer with a Hereford, and you get Brayfords. They call Brayfords, and a lot of times they come out Stripes. They can come out whatever, but they're higher end, warmer climate type cattle.
Okay.
So, and we have warmer climates in Texas. So,
Okay. So this is MPK Raw Talk, and what that's about is Street Outlaws, No Prep Kings, baby. No Prep Kings is a different show than some of the Street Outlaw shows. You got the street shows, like Fastest in America that used to play. What was some of the other ones? Y'all know? Y'all know them better than me. Y'all was on some of
America's List.
Yep. There's a bunch of them. But No Prep Kings seems to be the prevalent one, and the one that we're going with, Street Outlaws brand, is staying with. It's more the, when the street meets the track, no prep sort of type of racing. And I met Cody and then I met Scotty a little bit after. I thought I met you in 2019 at first. I thought you was at that Florida race.
2019 or 2020.
I met him in 2020.
We were testing. We were for the first race of the season in Hebron, and it was I can't remember exactly what town, but I think we was within the 150-mile or 200-mile radius of testing. You know, within 2 weeks of the track, but there was a bunch of us there. We were getting some tests in, and that's when I met you. I don't remember. It was 2019.
What up, Chris Michael?
2019 because I met him in 20.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, I met old Cody and Scott here, and we just all hit it off. They're good old boys from Texas, and I really like you know who they are, what they're about. They're straight up, So they don't sugarcoat anything. Straight up, they ain't gonna talk any shit that they ain't gonna back up or tell you how it is. And I just like that. They're they're good, loyal, honest people in my books. And I wanted to bring Cody and Scotty boy on here, and we're gonna talk a little bit about what happened to Team Blue Angel Race and that beautiful blue Mustang. Met them back in, like I said, 2020. Sort of hit it off, and we've had a lot of fun on the Street Outlaws No Prep Kings. It's like a brotherhood there. A lot of people say that, but hey, there's a lot of drama too. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of guys that get a big head too. That I think they get the big head, and then they don't know you no more. Or I get it. Some of the guys out there that's rather famous, they ain't gonna talk to us little peons, and that's fine. I got one. I'm trying to get on the show now, and he's wanting a rather large sum of money to come on my show. I said, yeah, that's fine. I offered him. I said, we'll raise $2,500 off the trailer, and I'll give you $500 because I respect his game. He's worked hard on his social media. Everyone knows probably who I'm talking about. But that's not who I was talking about as far as Big Head. I'm talking about the other ones. But no, seriously, I'm not talking about him like that. I really respect him. But that's what I'm trying to do. I got the Tony McKinney, and him. They got in that fight last year, and that's where we're going with this drama, man. That's why I'm doing MPK Raw Talk. You got the stat guy, man. I love the stat guy. He, that's not in his lane. I get he's not going to do this. He's not going to bring much drama up. He's all about stats, and man, I respect what he does because that's really, really damn hard. And I try to tune into every show. Anybody that's watching here, if you've not seen the stat guy, check him out. We got a couple live streamers that stream there, Upshift 360, No Prep Felons, and JJ, and also Don Will. So I respect a lot of those guys. MPK Stoss, I think he does a lot of memes and stuff like that. He follows us. There's a lot of great people out there that follow us and try to do something. So the reason why I come up with MPK Raw Talk is because there's a lot of damn drama, in the pits, behind the scenes, behind when the fucking camera's turned off. What's it really about, And that's what I'm here for. And I'm like, what the hell, man? I met you guys. I think you was first with Eric Bain, right? Tell us a little bit about that. How did you get into No Prep Kings? Was it Eric Bain and Manny, or was it? No, I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm asking you.
Well, no,
could be wrong.
Me and a buddy of mine from Paris went to Texas the last race. Been until this coming year, last race of the season every year, and Ennis, Texas Motorplex, and so that's where I met Manny and Eric before then, and we hung out with them to race earlier that year at Armageddon.
Mm-hmm.
And
Outlaw Armageddon.
Armageddon race every year. That's kind of
badass
how it
race.
Started because of the people at the time, and since it first started, local people from here owned that track, and we started going every year. And the Armageddon,
right?
And we go to Paris some, and I kind of. Because friends of mine on the track at the time, and we go and enjoyed it, and I'm kind of watching all these cars, and I'm like, my wife talk, I want a car, And anyway, but then Eric, we met them, and then we went to the race in Texas, and then after that, he called me and hit me up to be a part of it.
Eric Bain, right?
And either be Eric
Boosted Ego.
Bain. Yeah. Look, I cut off stuff. Anyway, sawed off.
I like it. Go ahead.
I mean, anyway, he could whoop his way out of wet paper sack, but whatever. And he asked me if I wanted to, invest as like either a sponsor or being an owner or like a partner. And I'm like, well, with my business, I don't see how sponsoring will help my business. I don't really have a national business,
Right.
And so it doesn't really make sense. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm invest, and if I'm a partner, well, that happened, and I immediately put 20 in, and I put another 40 in, and which was we bought the vet,
Right.
and from Mike Henson, and that's what we paid $60,000
Plan B.
for Plan B, and we had it blue and black, fixed it all up.
That was badass.
Of course, we was filming another show, and I couldn't be at the race that they wrecked it at. We was filming a couple of TV shows on my ranch for a couple of weeks with another network, and so I wasn't able to go, and I got the call as soon as the filming was over with the TV shows here on my ranch. He's like, Eric, just wrecked totally.
I was there. It was in Cordova, right?
In Cordova.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, about them wrecks.
And so,
Yep.
He what happened was, and it's pretty obvious, is he took off and it reared up, and when he was up in the air from lead off, he probably unconsciously turned his to the right, steering wheel to the right. When it come down, it went right, and then it hooked hard left and totaled the car, rolled it in the ground, side to side, broke his foot, and and it's like, I'm just trying to figure out if everybody's okay. I can't get nobody to answer, calling people, and anyway, but no, I lost that, and Eric and Manny was holed up, but I lost 60 pounds.
In the car? So you went 60,000 in the car, right? When you say
Yeah.
the car, the chassis and motor, or just the whole car?
No, the motor and all of it was theirs.
Okay, so you just went 60 in the
Pretty much
car.
everything but the car was saved.
So you and Eric was half on the chassis, right?
Well, we give $60,000 for it, and I had 60 in it, so the car was mine.
Right.
But everything else was theirs.
Okay.
But I was supposed to be a full partner, and he never kept saying he would, and he didn't. So that's where, and after everything else happened, I'm like, fuck you, Eric, I'm done with you, you piece of shit.
So after the Cordova race, y'all wrecked, and y'all had a meeting. Hey, what are we going to do about this car? And
Well, it was longer than that, but I'm like, I'm done with him. I mean, Eric pulled some shit. He knows what he pulled, but I'm done with that guy. And I told him, when Manny pulled his shit, when Eric pulled his shit, it's like, I didn't know Manny well. And so I'd already bought another car, which I bought it for Kencho Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Manny found it. Bobby did Cody, turned Manny onto it. And Manny turned me onto it. I went down there and bought it.
Right.
And Manny went down there and bought it. And
Turnkey.
so, turnkey deal. Fully running,
Twin turbo setup.
twin turbo setup.
And that's his Mustang?
Yep.
That's my Mustang, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, which
The
is
one
the-
I've got it on screen. They see it.
now.
It's up there. I've got it on screen.
Yeah, it's my car. And I bought it. I paid
Right.
100, either 110 or 115,000 for it.
Okay.
And got all the proof of that. Well, and so after that is when I guess we finished the year off. They didn't race no more. Okay, so the next year we started, and we made one race with Eric, and Eric didn't even want to make it because he was trying to demand Sam to pay him more money
Mm-hmm.
for the races.
Right.
And he was hounding Sam, and Sam told him, best I can understand, Sam told him, maybe later, but right now it ain't there.
It's not in the budget.
Well, the way I understood it, he told him you need to build your audience,
Your social media audience and all that. Yeah.
Well, you made one great TV show that you did good on America's List, and Sam messed up and told Eric that, and that just boosted his ego times 1,000.
Right.
Which is 10,000 times too much. But and so like we showed up, we raced Daddy Day, draw them first race of the season. The first race of the season goes.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
has to race around. And so then we made a couple of tests, and we had a couple of bum pistons. We thrashed on it until like we just had seconds to get up and make the race with Daddy Day. They made it happen. We made the race, got up there, and we just barely got beat. And then Eric didn't show back up.
What
That was
race?
Friday night. And
When
then
was
after
that?
Eric didn't show back up. Next day, production, everybody's coming around wanting to know where Eric's at.
Yeah.
Well, Manny had already talked to Eric, and Eric knew that. I mean, and Manny knew that Eric wasn't going to show because Eric's like told Manny, he's like, we're not coming because we got beat out and we're going to hang out in Florida.
Right.
And like, well, production's paying you, and they was telling me 1,500, but it was 2,500 raised. And they're lying to you. They're lying to you because they're stealing off of you. But anyway, they is 2,500 raised, and they're trying to get raised. Well, but Sam wasn't willing to give him, so he showed back up. And like, if you're getting paid for that race, they expect you to be there through the races for your fans, your fans, and everybody else.
Yeah, you got to entertain.
And
You're part of the show.
To show back up, and
right.
Manny kept making excuses for him, and then I kind of heard that since he didn't show back up, Sam said he's done with him, and I don't blame him. Right. And so, as I told Manny after that, that's between y'all. I'm done with that.
Right.
I've got a car that we can go do what we want to with it. But I fuck, hell there. And so, then, then Manny and Eric got into it, and then, they had their own little deal. And I'm like, I'm out of that deal. That's not my deal. And I didn't get in the middle of it. I let them work it out. Well, they ended up having a big fallout. And so but I told Manny, I said, I've got a car and he wanted to be half owner. Eventually, he wanted to be half owner in the car. And I told him, you give me half the money that I got in and keep that half the money up, then it can be half your car.
Right.
He said, well, I can't afford it now. But, if I get a car from Eric, and a motor, and all this stuff, he can sell it and give me some money and work his way into it.
Right.
That's how you work your way into it.
Correct.
Not by labor.
Right.
It's constantly labor.
So what year are we in right now? When you're telling me about you and Manny?
That's
21 or 22.
It'd be all right. We started in 22, but I bought the car in 21, and then it took us to Tulsa in 2022 to make our first race.
Okay.
With the car integrated.
Yep, and that's when y'all run futures. Y'all was running futures.
We come out, we run futures.
Yeah, y'all was running my dad that year a lot. I remember that.
And then we show up and it's like, well, let's back up. And before we got the car ready, one of Manny's really good friends that he met through working out, and they own some land in Gainesville, Texas together. They want to build on. His name was Daryl Way. And Daryl's a really good, down to earth guy.
Right.
He really is. Me and Scotty, like once we met Daryl, Daryl's a good guy. And so, but Daryl come up with a name, after we got rid of Eric, the new team. Daryl come up with a name for the car that's called it No Ego. And all of us love it. Except for Manny, And it's like, I don't understand why they don't love it because it's the opposite. We don't even talk about the son bitch's name.
Right.
So that ain't relevant.
Right.
So he don't, but, that's a perfect counter to that because the rest of us didn't have no ego. But come to find out after we got started, me and Scotty, I own everything. I own the rig, I own the car, I own everything. The only thing there that I don't own is their little Skyline push car, which ain't worth $2,000. Me and Scotty drive this piece of shit around. When we drive down the road to go to the grocery store, people are laughing at us.
Right.
And it's like, okay, whatever.
You talking about the push car, the Scion TC?
Yeah, push car, yeah.
What was a smart car?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that little Scion.
Little car.
So who owns that?
That was Manny's.
You're saying that's what he brought to the table?
That's what he brought to the table. And we couldn't even get me. Scotty couldn't even. They wouldn't even give us. You know how it is. The driver's in charge of the wristbands.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the owner's driver, right?
Yeah, I remember a couple times you asked me to help you out because you didn't have any.
Well, because he wouldn't give us one.
And I was like, damn, man. Team owner. One of the team, part team owner or a team owner at that time.
But, everybody's heard about the dog that dog that you feed and if you got a dog and you're trying to feed him and get him healthy and he bites the hand plumb off your hand,
That's
the hand
feeding
is
it,
feeding him,
biting.
bites your
Yeah.
hand off, and then what do you that dog gonna expect? He's gonna expect not to get fed no more.
Right.
Well, that's constantly what they did to me. And I told Manny, I said, that's my car. If shit don't change, I'm done. We're leaving. That's
And
it. And he's like, well, we only get 4 passes, not counting the driver, 4 crew passes. And then there was, I'm like, so that means I'm
that
the first one
depends.
out.
That
Scotty's
depends.
not even, well, I understand what you're saying, but Manny would invite people in all the time. You know how people, racers invite their friends and
Oh yeah.
associates and all this. Manny would invite people in all the time, and he would make sure they had wristbands. And there'd be 20 people in our camp that was exclusive for our camp that's got wristbands. Me and Scotty wouldn't have one because he said he can't get us one. And it's like,
that don't make sense, man.
your
If
brother,
you're towing
you
it
got
there,
Ozzy here. Ozzy don't do nothing but
Yeah.
show up and suck up my air in my rig, talk to this freaking girlfriend the whole time on the phone, drink my beer, and the only reason Manny wants him there is so him and Manny, the owners of HPP, can be on TV advertising using my car and my money to advertise their business. And Ozzy don't do shit.
right.
I mean, he's just a
So-
wasted breath.
So what was you was briefly talked about it earlier. What was Manny supposed to bring besides driving and getting your car in on the show to the table? You mentioned labor. Now I'm going to just be, I ask you a question here. Now, what did he put he wire the car, do all that? Is that what you're saying? Like, is that what he's saying? Since he did all the labor, he should.
Wired. The car was already wired. It was turnkey car when I running. Okay.
Right.
So Manny wanted to change from a twin turbo to a single turbo, and that's where it kind of all started fucking up.
Get the weight break there, probably.
And I'm like, I understand. Like, I've been okay with it, but when he turned around and give my 2 turbos to Eric, and then I get one, and Manny's trying to claim that one's his. So you get mine away, you claim that's a turnkey car. Anyway, so it just
So basically, you wanted him to bring some cash to the table to have half the car, right? Not.
Well, if you don't own half the car, you have to pay half of it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, but he on the other hand must have thought, what was he thinking in his head? Is what I'm getting at. What was he thinking?
A man in my level of thinking cannot get down to the level of person who thinks like him.
Right. So, like the rumors
you're thinking a low level. You're just going to steal you hoping that you'll hold my car, steal it from me. I just give it to you because I'm a pushover and I'm stupid. I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Yeah. What I was, the way that the rumors I heard, I was talking to someone and someone mentioned that he did all the labor, all the work, and he thought that was enough of bringing to the table to own half the car.
And then I'm suing him because he hijacked my car and is holding it for ransom. That's the gist of it.
So he has possession of the car.
He has possession of my car and still on the internet trying to claim it in the nicest or prettiest car in MPK car. And I see him still posting it up. Manny Alvarez's car, and Manny put in court documents after I sued him that he is embarrassed and everything about me suing him. Well, the only way I can see you embarrassed, the only reason I can say that you feel embarrassed is because you told everybody the rig and trailer and the car was yours in Aussies. And none of it is.
So,
you didn't pay for any of it.
Right, that's all yours.
Any of it.
That's all yours, and you and Scotty take that to the races.
Yeah, Scott. I mean, I go with it, and Scotty goes and helps me drive. Helps me look after shit. I mean, and we stay out on the road. It's like last year. First 5 races, we stay on the road 5.5 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say
United States.
I seen Manny driving last year. You know, he was on the show just like Dad. Him and Dad, he got drafted. Let's start at the beginning of the season last year real quick. 2023 Street Outlaws No Prep Kings. We had a draft. You know, I wasn't sure that Dad was going to get drafted. He ended up going one of the last ones because we're new. Manny went. What team did y'all go to?
Murder Nova.
Murder Nova. So
we were the last pick on Murder Nova's team. Yeah.
And then y'all did pretty good in Bowling Green because I remember y'all beat Dad's second round in Bowling Green. Y'all went 3 rounds in the main show. And I don't know of any other race. I'm trying to think of other races. You might have done well at other ones. I just remember that one very well because, you know, y'all beat Dad's second round and went 3 rounds. That's saying something in the invitational class, going 3 rounds.
I understand, but what I don't know. I mean, the way I seen any race that we won this year, I mean, really, because we could not get out the track and not one race, any race. Okay?
Who was doing the chassis? Who was doing chassis tuning?
They were supposed to, but it
wasn't cutting it.
Just whoever. Get Marty Merlot, and then Marty be headed over, and we got Larry Jeffers look at it, and, you know, and really, Manny's how I met Marty, but Manny pissed Marty off. Marty's like, told me, he's like, I ain't dealing with him.
Right.
If you want something, I'll do anything for you, but I ain't doing nothing for him. And Larry Jeffers told me the same thing.
Right.
He told Manny the same thing.
You know,
So I was the one that had to get it, you know, over there. I don't know how to adjust the chassis.
Chris Michael owns Gucci Nova. He says, bring on that badass Mustang. You know the Gucci Nova, right? That's a badass car.
Oh, yeah.
He said in the comments over, he said, bring on that badass Mustang.
He might have clipped us on the HPP run.
Yeah.
Blue Angel car.
Mm-hmm.
But get ready.
You got a. I think what he is talking about, he might be talking about that get ready part. I don't think he's talking about the other Mustang. I think he's talking about this new one. Do you have a new one?
I got one almost ready.
That might be what he's talking about.
Hell, you just found out today what it is. Come on with it.
67, right? 67 Mustang. Who's building it?
You tell me.
Larry Jeffers. And you know Larry Jeffers, he built Gucci Nova. He's got Brandon James's car. Hey, and speaking of Brandon James's car, I just heard in the chat, I heard he was in a nasty wreck today. Anybody heard about that? Brandon James.
No, I haven't.
Well, they just said he was in a wreck today. I think it's out maybe Vegas somewhere in a small tire. He wrecked a small tire car. That's rumor. Now, that's in the chat over here. I'm not sure about it. Yeah, Chris Michael said he's talking about the new one at Larry Jeffers. So, Cody is bringing a new car out. You know, we'll go back to that in a minute. I want to close with that. I want to go back to that, but I'm going to keep talking on what we're talking about with Manny and you and the Mustang. I'm going to stay on track here where we left off there. Y'all was doing good in Bowling Green. Any other races y'all done good in 23?
I guess we need to just talk about this season, this past season.
Yep. What happened? That's what you know, like all of a sudden, like we got people in the pits, man. We're like, what the fuck? Manny's not here anymore. Where's Manny? Where's Manny?
Well, it's like, you know, before the season started, I done told Manny because Manny and them were just, they're pulling shit on me constantly. It's like telling everybody, like trying to make me irrelevant on anything, and it's all mine. And so, but they don't even want me around. They want everything to look like it's theirs. You know, it's like,
so basically, you just felt like you was being used and abused, is what you felt like.
That's exactly what was going on. That's Scotty. Was I being used and abused? Yeah. And, you know, I knew it for a while, but it's like, the one thing I felt, and I told Murder Nova this, when this fucking went down, I told Tom, look, man, I would already quit before now because of Manny's bullshit. Manny and just their whole bullshit, you know. They're trying to claim everything's theirs, and want me to pay for everything, and then I'm supposed to be paying them for it to be theirs.
Right.
You know, it's crap. But I was like, we got picked on the team, and you know, I didn't know that we would. Manny said we'd go first round. We kind of this shit, but you know, we were just lucky to get in.
Yeah, same way with my dad. He was lucky to get in. Happy to get picked.
I mean, that's the type of person I am.
Right.
Once you know, put faith in me, I'm not going to let you down.
Right.
Right? And so that was my whole deal. And then when Manny pulled this shit in Tulsa, he like called me. He called me like Tuesday. He had to go get the car from Larry, Manny called Larry after New Hampshire race.
Mm-hmm.
Asked him if he'd look at the car, and Larry told Manny no.
Larry Jeffers?
Yeah, he told Manny no.
The new car. The new car.
And then while he was on the phone with him, he went to realizing whose car it was.
Mm-hmm.
Which was mine. And then Larry told him, he said, you know what? Have Cody bring the car by here and drop it off. He said, I'll do it for him, but I ain't gonna do it for you. And
oh, you're talking about the Blue Angel car, not the new one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Manny told me, he come in the rig, called me in the rig. We sit down. Cause I didn't know, and he's like, said something about Larry Jeffers. And I said, yeah. What about him? He said, well, evidently he likes you pretty well. Because he won't work on the car for me, but he said he'd do it for you.
That's saying something.
I just kind of laughed, said, okay, whatever. But then when we got back home, we've been on the road. I got a ranch to run.
Right.
I got hay to put up summer. And Manny, they all get to fly back and forth.
Right.
Me and Scotty got on the road.
Yeah. I trust me, I understand. I was running a body shop 3 days a week and driving it all. I drove it all.
And so they would, it's like when I get home, I was behind on so much stuff. And so I had to put hay up. And so it's like Manny kept wearing me out about going to get the car. And I'm like, Manny, I cannot go get the car. You can come over here and get my trailer and go get it, but I can't go get it. I don't have time.
Right.
I got too much shit because as soon as Tulsa started back, we was going to be back on the road solid again. And so I got to get this shit done. So he comes back and gets my trailer like.
Uh-oh. Where the hell did he go? I bet his phone screen went dead. Hang on, let's bring him back on. Chat, stay with me here. I'm trying to get to the good part, and he just disconnected on me. Hang on. Hopefully he can join back. Hang on. Hang on.
Let me try again. My goddamn somebody unplugged my plug in.
Did it go dead? You should be able to go right back to it and join. If not, I'll send you another link real quick. You're on the phone. They can hear you. But just
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, they can just hear you audio, but I want you to get that video back on.
Okay.
Just take your time there. No big deal. We're live here. Where'd Cody go? They said.
Sorry, boy, right in the middle of one. I'm going to sum it up too, but
Yeah, we're getting ready to get you back on here. Somebody asked, does Cody have a Facebook page so we can follow him?
only TikTok, man. Cody Cattle Company's got a picture of a Brammer Bull, my Brammer Bull Rocky on it.
Y'all hear that? Cody Cattle Company on TikTok's the only one he's got.
It just says Cody Cattle, then CO.
Cody Cattle, CO. Got a picture of a bull in the profile page.
Brammer Bull, yeah.
Yep. Braden said Cody is the man.
Yeah.
Braden.
My buddy.
Yeah.
Braden and B-Rad. I mean,
I was getting ready to talk to you a little bit about them.
People as there is out there.
A lot of people said you need a Facebook page for your racing.
And we'll get down to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Facebook for a reason.
Yeah, I understand. Did y'all find that link yet or get it charged back up? If not, I'll.
Man, come on, Jen. Try to get it on right quick.
I didn't know it was run down.
I guess it got down to
battery
go.
was run down.
I told you. I said that app will run you down.
I know it. But I had it plugged in, but somehow it's coming on right now.
Okay. You should be able to hit that link again. If it doesn't, I might have to send you another link. No big deal. You might come back on.
We're still on now. All right.
Hang on. We'll
Here
get
we
you
go.
back on here. Just followed him. Josh Jones just followed you on TikTok. Yep. Yeah, I wanted to bring Cody on here because, man, everybody deserves a voice, and he want to talk. I want to know what happened with him and Manny, and what his plans are. We're going to get into future plans. We're going to continue on what we was talking about. Just hang on just a second, guys.
Okay, we're there.
All right. A guest has joined. Click to show.
All right, try it again.
All right, we're back.
Beer break.
Yeah, it's all right. You should have. They just had to go use the bathroom, didn't tell nobody, just cut us off. Just cut off right in the middle of the damn live stream.
Yeah.
Your screen got a little blurry for some reason, but maybe it'll clear up.
Yeah, well, it's kind of dark enough.
There it goes. Hey, since you got a TikTok, you don't have a ring light? You can get a damn ring light, put a light on you, boy. You'd look good, son. That's how I do it.
I don't know what a ring light is.
Yeah, you didn't get you a fucking ring light.
Where do you put it?
You just put it right in front of you, and I tell you what, it makes you turn into a damn, supermodel. You get that ring light, you start getting all the confidence in the world. Scotty, get your ring light, man. I'm telling you. Makes it look a little bigger and everything. I'm telling you, turn it sideways, whatever.
He needs all that. Makes it look bigger.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go back to where we left off. Do you remember where we were when you was on?
Not exactly.
Mm.
Help me out.
Scotty does.
Yeah, we're sitting up in Tulsa. Got the car back.
Well, no. Okay.
Where's
Where's it Tulsa?
Larry.
Okay.
Yeah, go
Manny
get
went he
Come
come out here to get my trailer.
Yeah.
All right. He had his girlfriend with him, which is his secretary. And he says they're not girlfriend, but every time he's out, he's gonna get his wife with him. It's his girlfriend.
Right.
His office worker, whatever. Anyway, so that's none of my business. But they show up out here and pick my trailer up. Well, I load my bag in and send to Larry to do a little stuff to it. And Larry's kind of interested in it because he loves Vegas. I loaded up in it, and Manny shows up, and tell him to carry his car and drop it off, and pick the car up and bring it back. Okay, and he's like, "Well, what do you want done to this car?" I told him a couple things. He's like, "Well, why don't you let me do it?" I'm like, "I want it to go to Larry's."
Right.
Yeah,
I want it to go to his shop. I want to go to Larry's.
Right.
And so anyway, they leave out, and Scotty was here. They leave out about 3 miles down the road. Scotty left behind them. I don't know what them two was doing, but they come up to them T. Where you got them right or left. And they went straight.
Right.
And Jack and I bought 32 cargo enclosed Continental Express cargo. It's black, just like we read them. Jack got it really, really bad.
I changed on to him because
Put the trailer on me, Jack, like they were like pickup trailer like this.
it's dark out here.
And they couldn't get out. Scotty pulled up behind them and had to pull them out
Yeah,
just so they get out.
Yeah, it was dangerous.
He
Right.
calls and tells me, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Oh well, all I can do is bring it back." And we look at it and it can't go. Well, I'm like, I don't say nothing then. I'm like, "Well, you can't take this trailer because it can't go."
Right.
And so, but then I hit him up a couple days later about, I need your insurance. So I turned to trailer insurance. He's like, "Oh man, I can't do that and make my insurance go up." And I said, "Well, you're gonna have to pay for it some way." And he just ignored me. He didn't want. Well, he went and got the car. He borrowed James's trailer. James Stacy, I think, that works for him. And he borrowed his trailer. We got a car, and freaking.
You need to swap the motor. Remember? When he got back,
Well, yeah, he needs to swap motor.
So he come and got the Mustang.
He
come and got the Mustang out of your trailer.
Yeah, he had to go. No, he come and got the Vega loaded up. All right, he went to Larry's to get the Mustang to bring it back to his shop. But when he out here to load, I also had a brand new engine and my trailer, my engine. I loaded it back in his truck.
Right.
And he didn't even want to strap it down. I'm like, "Dude, strap it down." And he's like, later when he brought back after he wrecked my trailer, he's like, "I'm glad you strapped it down." I'm like, "Yeah, if I wouldn't have, it'd just been my loss.
Right.
Not yours, mine.
Yeah.
You fucked it up, but it's cost me."
Exactly.
So, anyway, but then he calls me. This was like a Thursday or Friday. Then he calls me Monday before Tulsa race, or Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. He texts me and he's like, says something, call him. So I call him and he's like, wanting to know how much ownership he has in the car. And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, well, I just want to know how much ownership I have in the car. You know, and he's kind of being rude and demanding an answer.
Right.
Like, well, if you're going to do it that way, you have none. You didn't give me nothing.
This is where it's all starting.
Like, you're taking money away from me. It's like money that we've got paid in. You've kept it. I haven't got any of it. So you have no ownership in it.
Right.
Oh, that pissed him off. He's like, well, bro, I feel like I've worked my way in half the car. I was like, you told me I could work my way in that car. I was like, Manny, you can't work your way into half of the car if you're not putting no money in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you.
See, this is where he's talking about all of his labor is equal to half of the car, Cody.
Okay. But Manny is also saying that
I'm not agreeing with. I'm not agreeing. I'm just saying this is what I've heard.
But I'm just telling you, with court documents, he had his lawyer right back to me saying that he took a donor chassis car and built that whole car. Only thing Manny did done is, they put it together.
Trisha.
Not the body together, but they built the turbo kit, and they did. I had the front clip, and they took the headlights from a newer Mustang and molded them into my front clip.
Right.
That's the only two things that they done. And I've got proof. And when anyway, so Manny calls me that Tuesday and says, I'm going to have much ownership he has in the car. And I'm like, well, not if you're that way. And he's all pissed off. I'm like, bro, well, that ain't right. And so me and Scotty go over there, took Wednesday to get the car. And then we show up, and they're like, we've been busting our ass, and you know, we could tell that they're acting like it just ain't gonna happen.
Right.
And they said that they're busting ass, but we go back there and look, and nobody's working on the car.
And it ain't close to being ready.
It ain't close to being ready. Well, that's a stall.
What race was this before? When was what race?
Tulsa.
Tulsa. Yeah, you showed up with no car.
I showed up with no car because he was supposed to bring my car.
Yeah.
It's halfway through the season last year, and I was like,
well, it's the sixth race.
Yeah.
Not quite halfway through the season.
You know.
That's the first one we wasn't at. I mean, we was at, but we didn't race. Okay, so we went over to get the car. They were stalling and said it ain't ready. And of course, even if I'd have picked the car up then, the motor, there's parts scattered everywhere.
Right.
Half of it had been lost, and I'm sure they wouldn't give half of it to us. I mean, at the time, I didn't really know what all was going on. I just knew shit wasn't right. But he's like, man, you didn't give me a car. I don't even care to do it no more. It ain't worth it to me. And I'm like, well, dude, you expect me to pay for you and your brother to go everywhere where y'all using my car to sponsor your business? And telling everybody it's yours, you won't even get me no. So
what about that? What about that? What about the fuel and food and all that? Yeah. Didn't he help? Didn't he bring food and drinks? Did he not bring food and drinks?
Food and drinks. He's like, man, they would use food and drinks. It's like we was in Minnesota, Brandon, Minnesota. Like, Manny,
Manny might reach out to me and come back on here and want to talk.
He orders a freaking pizza. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I hear him on order pizza. You don't say that to me about it. Fine. I mean, they're hungry. Eat. So, and it's like, then it was like, right after that, we have to go up to the line on the station. When it gets up time to race, I guess the delivery guy's there. Carlton, Crow tells one of our pick guys, Manny's guys, says, you need to go pick up pizza in front up there. Like, oh, yeah? He's like, no, you got to go get us pizza. And I'm like, I ain't going nowhere.
And you're about to race. Yeah.
And they're like, who's going to go get something to eat? I said, I guess it's you if you want it.
Right.
You know, don't look at me about it. And so, it's not my responsibility.
Right.
You are Manny's guys. All y'all are wearing HPP shit. All y'all are with Manny. And I didn't agree to pay for none of it. I mean, there's a couple of them I would have paid for. You know,
probably $400 or $500 worth of pizza.
But I don't get it that way. If it had been, I'd agree, then okay. But I'd set somebody else up there after if we're racing. I'm not leaving. So y'all can all be up there. I mean, that's just another diversion tactic to get me away So nobody knows that it's mine. Make it all about them.
Right.
The hell with the owner.
Right.
But that's the way it went from.
Did they even get a pizza that you liked? Was your toppings on the one that you
I
liked?
didn't care about the goddamn pizza. They had me one of these, buddy.
So here we are sitting.
Here. I ain't got a car.
Yeah, but we did.
But you know what?
Went to the next one without a car.
It's gonna cost $30.
Yeah, and I tell you what,
I'm gonna get my car back.
and I'm gonna tell you what, the production, and all them guys. I'm pretty sure they took note of you, being loyal and still showing up. That way, when you come out with your new car or whatever, that's gonna matter to them, man. A lot of people say shit and all that, but that's gonna matter.
I wasn't gonna let a couple of clowns like them clowns mess me up.
Y'all really need a ring light. It's getting dark.
I know. We'll have one next time. I'll have one.
Everyone, again, I'm gonna shout Cody out. Cody Cattle CO on TikTok. Follow him. But yeah, going back to the story. Yeah, that matters a lot to Sam and production that you still showed up. You still showed him, hey, I want to be here. We had some issues going on. I'm building a new car. I'm just showing you my loyalty. And you still came and you supported other drivers. You were there. You talked. Everyone likes to hang out with you too. You guys are awesome. Even B-Rad and Braden. Who else you really
they didn't know what to think about me at first.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about that.
I love them. They love me.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I think it was. Yeah, I don't remember if it might have been Virginia with that. We did Kicker put a badass system, or they give us the equipment and I pay to put it in the.
Oh, you talking about the trailer?
Yeah, the trailer.
I'm gonna stop you right there real quick because my dad was madder than fuck that time y'all won at Rockingham. Y'all was partying, no joke. We were trying to sleep in the RV and it. Woo, woo. I mean, all we hear was his bass. And my dad said, who in the hell is playing music at 5 a.m.? I seen Cody. I looked out my RV window. Ah! I said, that's Cody and him. He said, God, dog, tell him to turn it down.
One night, we ran in the park there, and everybody else went to bed. I'm like, I'm not ready to go to bed. So I got in the trailer. Times that door open, and times I just sit in the door shut, banging, cranking it out.
Oh, yeah. We heard it. Trust me. Till 5 a.m. that night y'all won.
Well, that was 2022. I'm talking about.
I know, but I'm talking about that time was very loud.
Well, but if you win, you have the right to do that.
Well, yeah, Cody, we said that till about 2 a.m., but it was 5, 6 a.m.
Hey, you got to do it all night if you win.
I was laughing my ass off.
You know that, Mike.
Yeah, I don't quit till about 2 or 3.
Anyway, anyway, B-Rad. It come over a couple times while I was in the.
There's Manny. There's Manny calling right now. He's going to talk to you.
And so he, the next day I found out he wasn't too hungry. He stayed up all night. He couldn't sleep.
No, who, B-Rad?
We just got better after that. I said, man, I won't do that no more. All you got to do is say something. I won't do it no more.
Right.
And then from then on, we just got better. We got to know each other better and better. And B-Rad, Braden, and their whole family, they're the type of people that you want to be around and on your side.
And they do more with less. I was talking to Brad earlier. That's his motto. He does more with less. They're
That's what I do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Yeah. I think a lot of us do, Scotty.
Yeah, I mean, that ain't. Yeah.
But his motto.
I always put more into it.
Yeah. Hey, there's no filter on MPK Raw. You can cuss, say whatever the hell you want. I don't care. It's MPK Raw. We raw, dog.
I just wish you had a car back. That's all.
Yeah. So, what the hell's going on? Just summarize that shit up. What's going on? What the fuck's going on with the car? Where's it at? What I mean, you got court. You're suing each other. Are you suing each other about it?
I'm suing him. He can't afford to sue me. Mike Tanner and everybody listening. I could give Manny that car and my rig. They couldn't afford the fuel. They couldn't afford the fuel to get it from one race to the other. Never will be able to.
He might have another Cody on board.
It would be one stupid ass Cody after you steal the motherfucker's car, hold it for hijack for ransom.
Right.
And then you get somebody else in. Yeah, he's got another dude named Dickie McFarland. And it's like, dude, you sitting there watching this shit, and but I don't. I'm pretty sure Dickie ain't gonna buy him a car.
Right.
We got the doors hanging.
But
I was gonna say, you got the doors in the front end or just the doors?
I got the doors to the car. He ain't got no doors on the car.
Well.
And if he runs it, I'll have him thrown in jail because he hijacked my car.
We got a question here in the comments. Kelly McCoy says, can he just not go get it?
I've tried to go get me and Scotty's been over twice. And so it's kind of like if we have to force our way in to do it and then they call the law.
Yeah.
What's it going to lead into?
Yeah, I understand. Like, you can't just do that. We're in 2024, and that's a race car. It's not like a thing that you have a title and all that stuff. So it's a he said, she said game, right?
Well, I've got proof and he don't.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm talking about Cody. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I get that, but when it comes to cops or anything like that, they don't know that.
The cops don't want to do nothing.
Right.
Because they don't care to look at the paperwork.
Right.
They just it's like.
So you have to settle this in court.
Cops say that they're just here to do their job. Well, no, they're not.
So you're going to have to settle this in court.
This is your job. Yeah, this is your job. He stole my car.
Right.
Well, we can't. Well, yeah, they can, but they don't care.
Make sure we see your face in camera there. You're off camera a little bit. Yeah, I know you might have to rub Scotty's leg a little bit to get in there.
Yeah. I just don't take my ring off.
Nah, I just want to make sure, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this video and post it again, and I want to make sure we see you. I want Cody in it too when he can. When Cody talks, he'll just lean in. But so the car is still at Manny's shop house.
HPP, yeah.
It's at HPP, and it's tied up in a lawsuit. You're trying to get it, or you just said fuck it and build a new car. Or you want that and the new car. What's going on with that? Like, do you want both cars? I mean, you said your car, like,
my car, so
right? You want your car. If you do get it back, are you going to race it? Have two cars? Are you going to sell it?
Not if.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you get it back, are you going to race it or sell it?
I don't race it, but I've been hit from a guy in California. You know him.
Oh yeah.
He's a little northern, not the one you said earlier, but he said, man, he got a guy down there in the car calling, but
Bodie.
I don't want to.
Maybe.
I don't want to sell it, but I don't know that it's like after all this shit.
Yeah, that's why I was asking you.
I mean, I want the fucking
That's what I was saying. You just want it back and then get rid of it. It's your car, is what you're telling us,
I paid for it. I've got all the money in it.
and that's what everybody here knows. It's your car.
I paid for the rig. I paid to run it down the road. Anything that wasn't sponsored, I paid for.
So Manny is just keeping it because y'all had an agreement, and he said
No.
Why is he keeping your
He's lying
car?
about the agreement. He's lying about the agreement.
Okay,
He's trying to say one thing when it's a total lie. And he's just going to have to go to court and try to stick to that lie and see if that lie will fly.
do y'all have a court date set?
It
Do
won't.
y'all have a court date set yet or no?
No. And, up to about a month and a half ago, him and I would text or call. Maybe text like, you sure you don't want to just work this out without no lawyers? Of course, they can't afford to hire a lawyer. I mean, they had the guy, their in-house bookkeeper. His name was Brad.
Right.
And I told him 2 years ago that he's stealing all of them. And because I met him, they're broke. They've always been broke. Now Manny's trying to claim that my car broke him. Manny was broke before I made it.
Right.
Because Brad's, first of all, they don't even know how to look at books. And the guy there, Brad, that's worked for him forever. I said, he's stealing y'all's money. And so, the only reason I'm bringing this up, that's where the money went, but as soon as the shit went down, they didn't bring the car, and we fell out, and it was time for them to get paperwork to send me. since they ain't sent it to me in a couple of years, and I wanted it a couple of years ago, then they just started giving me preposterous crap.
Right.
And that just ensured me that they was all trying to steal from me. But I would, and I'm like, I guarantee Brad's stealing from you. Y'all just don't know. Because you don't look, you don't know how to look. You don't know nothing about your business.
So what's the deal? What's the deal? Like what right now? What's the plan to get this car back, Cody?
When after this ends, okay, I mean after they pull the car and they show up, well, Brad a couple weeks later quits them. I said, Scotty, you ain't gonna quit because now they're gonna. I mean, when all this court goes down, they gonna come after Brad. That's where the money went.
And who's Brad? Who's Brad? The accountant?
The accountant for HPP, and he recently quit right after Manny started holding my car because he stealing off of him. He been stealing. He knew he had to get it time to get because the shit's gonna come down.
They said my comment said they want to see you. You're not center frame of the camera. They can't see you. Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, better. And then when Cody talks, you can just slide it back to him, or not Cody, but Scotty. Like that, yeah. So just keep switching it back and forth when you talk. Go back to.
No, I mean,
Say something about what I said.
Yeah. Well, the deal is, you got they painted the car. Okay, I guess we can say that. HPP painted the car. They got guys. They painted. Okay. We told man, let's have some hard copies of documentation on it. You say that, how much money have you invested in it? Okay. We got the receipts right here of everything that we've done. I mean, everywhere we've been to, on the car from the time it was bought.
Yeah, you got all the receipts proving everything.
They painted the car, okay, and what they've done, here and there, they, like he said, on the turbos and whatnot.
Put a money figure on it. What do you think? Put a money figure.
That's right. Put the money figure on it. Well,
put a money figure on it.
That's the whole deal, Money figure in a minute. It can't wait. It can't wait, Well, and then, before Tulsa, it just turned into a bad deal. I mean, I just offered. Didn't have no document. Right there when I was there, coach said, "Hey, look, man, the car ain't ready. We needed to go with the loaded rig and get going and make it great." And coach said, "Look, we're on a team, Martin's team. Let's get through the season.
Right.
Everything. Let's make the season. Because that's what we need to do." And that's what we're going to do. We're here to pick car. We can't pick it up. It's not ready. Well, they're going to agree to finish the car up that night or whatever, and we was going to roll on to Tulsa, and then they was going to bring the car themselves down, to Tulsa. And go through, look, you give me the paperwork. He goes, I bring the car down there, and I'll give you $40,000 to get started. Whatever.
I need receipts.
But I gotta have receipts.
Right.
I mean, I gotta have, what you got in it.
Oh yeah. Like you need receipts to know what he's talking about. You can't just say I did $8,000 worth of work here on Monday.
And if you're spending money on somebody else's stuff, aren't you gonna keep a receipt? So
right.
You'll know you turn in and say, look, this is what I got. It's my hard copy right here. That way we know what's up.
Why do you think Manny didn't give you receipts? Why?
This is where I come in.
Stay center frame. Stay center frame.
This ain't the first deal I've been into with a partner, a crooked partner.
Turn it that way. No, you. Yeah, right there.
Okay. Anytime, I'm telling everybody that's listening to stuff, and if you think about it, you'll realize I'm telling it like this.
Right.
Anytime anybody's hiding your money from you, they're stealing from you.
Yeah.
Why other reason would they be to hide? Hide your money from you?
That's the normal thing, that usually happens. It's hard. It's hard to go in partners with anybody in any business.
And so, Manny, him and Ozzy, Brad, they all hit so much shit. They'd write something on a spreadsheet with just, they type it or write it. And I said, that's fine, but I want everything back to receipts.
Right.
Went 2 years, hadn't got them. And when Manny pulled this shit, I still didn't have them. And he said he had it all. You know what? I got probably $12,000 worth of legitimate receipts, and he's trying to say it's 100. I owe him 125,000.
Mm.
Dude, get the hell out of here.
Does he got it wrote down now in court? I bet in court though he's got receipts in court, don't he?
I mean, you can make up all the receipts you want, but if they ain't legit,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now he's,
Well, I mean, you go back and make up all the shit you want, but good luck with that.
Now, do you have a?
So wait a minute. I've got a legend that I've got over 330 in the car. Okay, and Manny's also saying another car document. If it had done the work that he did on that car for anybody else, it'd be 350,000. So you had 330 something thousand to 350,000. You're saying you got almost a $700,000 car. Is any of those cars out there $700,000, Mike?
Well, I mean, some of them got two cars. Some of them got two cars. Like you got two if you put them together.
One car, 700,000.
No, I'd say. What do you think? No. I think to build.
Not even six.
I think to build a top five. How much you think it costs to build a top five competitive car? And I'll tell you what I think.
My new one is going to have almost 500.
Top five competitive car. You think that?
450.
I think you can build it for 350 to 4.
To be a top five competitive car.
350 to 400, but you could get beat. You could get beat by a 150, 200 car right now.
Yeah, you sure can. Yes, you can. Yeah.
That's the name of the game, the no prep. That's the thing. Now, you're consistently, if you put that much money in the car and you got the right people backing you as far as tuning and chassis, you're consistently going to win. But you can get beat any day by a car like me or B-Rad doing more with less.
Yeah.
So but yeah, the wind must be blowing there a little bit, but that's all right. It's all right.
But it was agreed upon on that. What I said on that, when we left HP.
It was agreed. It's agreed upon. I was going to give him $40,000 to show up with the car in Tulsa.
So we showed up.
You was going to give him 40 to buy him out.
The next morning, he texted me. I'm on my way to Tulsa, and he starts this freaking messed up text. It's like, bro, I don't understand why you need receipts. You should just pay me. It's like I don't understand. It don't make sense. You know everything I got into. You should just pay me. I don't understand why I should have to send you receipts. Well, obviously because he knew he didn't have receipts. He was just trying to, trick me. Just pay, dude. Just pay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not paying. I'm not paying.
Right.
He showed me that I owe you. I'm not going to pay you because I know I don't owe you that much. I mean, you're crazy.
But yeah, he did.
And he's like, and I even told him, I said, Manny, if I was to give you half that car, I said, that would be you making a huge profit and me losing tons of money. He's like, bro, how do you figure? And I'm like, okay, 1 + 1 = 2. What does 2 + 2 equal? It equals 4. All right. What does -8 + 1 equals?
Yeah.
It don't equal +7.
All right. So
it's a -7.
All right. I'm gonna ask you to summarize that up. We're done with talking with that because I want to ask you about your future plans. Do you got anything else you want to close on the Manny deal and Blue Angel Mustang? You just want to close out with anything?
See in court, bitch.
But you're waiting on the court date, right?
Waiting on court date. I can't wait.
Okay. Scotty, you want to say anything before we close on that deal?
Come on, Scotty.
I've been
Come on, give him a shout out.
It's a bad deal,
Right.
It's a bad deal,
I get it. Just I wish it could have worked out for you guys. It seemed, at first like it was going to be a great deal.
At first I thought it was, but man, as soon as before we made, all right, let's back up 2022. Tulsa.
I was going to summarize and close and go to something new, but you going to back it up.
Hang on.
All right.
2022 was our first race we made, Futures, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, we thought everything was good. We showed up. It's like, Manny, I wasn't even part of the debut of the car. It's like him and Ozzy pushed me out of it. It's like they went on there talking about how it was their car. The stat guy went on there first. He talking about Manny. If you go back and watch the stat guy's interview, he admits finally that it's my car. He said it belongs to Cody Cattle Company. But any other time he never admits it.
Right.
But I was on his ass. I said, man, you need to get on and do it, and you need to, I won't be watching.
Right.
And so he did come up and say, and I don't know, but it's just, man, the whole deal messed up. I mean, Manny showed up in Tulsa 2022, and he just had a huge ego. It's like, boosted ego. He was way further than everything. His ego. It's just like compounded times 10,000. And that's why he's been ever since. It's like before the 2023 season started, went tested over here at the old red line, Dragway 30, I-30, and freaking he couldn't get out of the track. But yet he jumped on social media. This is the baddest this bitch has ever been. It's gonna be, we're rolling. Man, you just can't wait to see it. Blah 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 blah. We get to the race. And he's even trying to tell me that after he told me he wouldn't go down.
Right.
He's told himself that much, he's even believing it.
Right.
And so we get the race. It's like you talking about your daddy. We beat your daddy. And it's like, the only people we beat in 2023, we're just doing worse than we were.
Right. Yeah.
We did not get down the track, not once in 2023.
We were the same way, then. It takes a lot to learn the right combination. Sometimes you get the wrong people that you think's doing right that's not. Or you got too many people.
Manny, that was our deal. To me, but Manny was he was used to that combination. And so, he claimed no like a heart.
Right.
But and you can't figure it out, dude. And so I tell you something, Bobby Cody told me. Bobby Cody probably don't want me to say this. But I'm sorry, Bobby. It's something he told me at Tulsa. He said, when I went up to his camp after, he knew everybody at Tulsa, they knew what happened. Manny didn't show up in my car. We're not with a car. We're here, but we're not with a car. But Bobby, first thing Bobby said to me, Manny done you a favor. And I said, you're right, Bobby.
Wonder what he meant.
Well, he meant that he did you a favor by quitting. That's what he meant.
I just wanted to hear you say it. I knew what he meant. I just want to hear what you said.
Like, he did you a favor by getting out of your life. He quit and you get your car back and don't have nothing to do with that subject no more.
All right.
I love you, Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby, he might see it. I don't know. When I clip that out, he might see it. So we're in 2024 now. You got a new car being built. Probably not going to be ready for the first race, is it?
We're hoping to be ready for the fifth race.
Fifth race. What power plant you putting in it? You want to tell, or are you going to keep a secret?
We turn this on the track.
Can't see it. Turn it this way. Go this way.
Screw blown.
PJS Racing. Okay. Got Cole Pez. And
He's going to be the driver.
Who owns PJS Racing? Brandon Pez and his wife.
I think
Cole's his son. And what's his wife's name? She's a big part of it. Huh?
Kimmy?
Yep. PJS Racing. They done some big shit last year in No Prep Kings. And Pro Mod. They're Brandon Pez, man, he's got his shit together. He knows how to tune a car, he knows how to race a car. Cole, I've seen them guys in action. They got their shit together. They helped some other people in No Prep Kings. Yep. Chuck 55, he won. He almost won last year.
He went from a bottom 20 or top 30s to top 10.
Yeah, and one of the most competitive years yet in No Prep Kings, he was top 10.
Yep.
That was the most competitive year last year.
Hey, and he had all their stuff in there.
And he's running all their stuff. He had all their shit.
I know they got a good deal there. I wished I could, I got a DeSoma power in my car. I don't have no problems with it. I just need to get a little bigger maybe. I got the 4.5 stuff. I need 4.9. It's DeSoma power mine, but I've thought about talking to Pez about something, but I just got to wait, man.
They're good people.
Well, I was thinking, Cody Cattle Company could come on board over here with a good,
Well, we tried to come by on board. Hey, we tried to come by and pick your car up when.
I remember.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened? I just wasn't ready at that time or something.
Well,
huh?
I mean, you changed on me the last week. Hell, I was headed to West Virginia.
No. Remember, I missed that race. I missed that Michigan race. That's the only race I missed, and it was the race she was going to.
Yeah, it was something, I don't remember what it was.
Well, I couldn't afford. I had to wait on my gear and something at my transmission or something. I couldn't afford to have it ready. Huh?
You need to borrow some money?
Well, yeah. I see. I'll pay it back with interest.
Well,
No. Hey, at least I could get you some good sponsorship, media coverage.
I'll have the bank call you.
All right. But what are your plans, Cody? I mean, no joke. What are your plans? What this year? You got the new car.
Running futures, whatever we have to run to try to get in.
I mean, who's going to drive it? Scotty or you or
Cole's going to drive the 67, and when I get the other one back, Scotty's going to drive it.
Scotty? You have you drove anything like that before?
Well, not like that, but I mean, I've raced for years, drag race.
Well, then you ain't got no problem. You ain't gonna have no problem.
No, I mean, you ain't drove one of them till you drove one, haven't you?
That's what I'm saying. You got to start somewhere.
That's right.
I'm saying your way around a car. You've drag raced before. I'm saying you've drag raced before though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's the hell. You ain't gonna have no problem.
Yeah, Cody had a little Vega. It was badass little Vega, and we ever since we got, we take it out.
Right.
Hell, I followed that, but I raced for years on that road. I don't know, I've been around it.
So Scotty Floyd and y'all gonna keep it Blue Angel? We'll call it something else.
Fuck no.
What you gonna call it when you get it back? Not if, when you get it back.
I don't know yet.
You gonna paint it? I'd probably paint it.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'd probably paint it. Hey, you know what I'd do?
I love the color, but
I'd paint it something else. Hey, you know what since you're Cody, listen to this, Cody. Since you're Cody Cattle Company, I would call it the Raging Bull and resemble a bull. The Raging Bull. I like that.
call it Rocky. My name, my Bremer Bull, Rocky.
There you go. You call it Rocky. That'd go with like never give up fighting shit too, Rocky.
Put some fucking boss hog horns on the front
There
of
you,
it.
well, I like the Raging Bull. What about the Raging Bull?
I'm gonna talk about some boss hog horns on the front of it. Something like an old Cadillac.
So, the first race, are you going to come and hang out or no?
Man, I'd love to, but probably not since it's on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the first ones are on the East Coast. We got Pennsylvania. It's good for me. They're all within 5 hours.
Yeah, this year's definitely the schedule is different, and which is something. It is what it is,
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind hanging out there for races and stuff. I don't
Right.
come out and hang out there with a bunch of Northeasterners, but
Yeah.
West Virginia's different.
Hey, we're not northern. We're southern here in West Virginia, bud.
West Virginia is definitely different.
We're below the Mason-Dixon line. Mason-Dixon line's Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Yeah.
We made a lot of even it's up there places that
You wouldn't think. Like New Hampshire. New Hampshire's got good people.
we met good people in New Hampshire.
Yeah. Well, we're getting ready to close this off. This is live for an hour and 14 minutes. It's Cody Sanders, Blue Angel Racing, Scotty Floyd there. Yeah, that's what they called it, without beknownst to Cody, I guess. But that's what they're known as.
I wouldn't ask the name.
Last year I was like, where the hell's the Mustang and where's Manny at the Tulsa race, and was nowhere to be found. And then Cody and Manny was racing up until 5 or 6 races in, and then all of a sudden disappeared. So that's why I wanted to have this podcast as well, is just to figure out what the hell's going on. And that's what we talked about. It's in court. Sounds like he's trying to get his car back. Manny's stating otherwise, that he owns half or some shit. I don't know.
Proof's in the pudding.
Proof's in the pudding, he says. Now, what about if Manny wants to come? Hey, I'm gonna let you know this is my podcast, so I let anybody come on.
I don't give a shit.
That is not. I want anybody to know. It doesn't mean I'm taking sides, but anybody can come on this show.
I don't have a problem with that.
But Cody's a good friend of mine. Cody's helped me out a lot.
Anybody come out?
But what I'm saying is, I might be a little biased toward Cody because Cody's a good friend of mine. He's a great dude, and he helped out a lot, and he offered the last year to tow my car. because he didn't have his car yet, and he said, "Hey, man, I'll tow it to a few races." And like I said, the race he was going to tow it to, I didn't make that one. It was the only one I missed all year, so it just didn't work out as planned. But I really appreciate that. Want to give him a big shout out. Everyone asking to follow him on Facebook. He doesn't have a Facebook or YouTube, but you can get him on TikTok at Cody Cattle CO, right?
Yes.
Cody Cattle CO. Follow him on
Like I said,
TikTok.
at Cody Cattle Company CO and bottom dash or something.
So, yeah, just look up Cody Cattle Company CO, and you'll find it. He's got a bull as his emoji or a profile picture. And Scotty Floyd there, thanks for coming on and talking.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. I know it was a little bit, it was a pretty long podcast, but we had fun. We learned a lot of information, and I hope he gets his car back. And I hope, in all this, I know that you're not greatest of friends right now with Manny, and you're probably done, like you said, fuck it. But hopefully everything gets resolved for everyone.
That'd be great.
You know what I mean? Right's right and wrong's wrong, so everybody just needs to own up to it. All right. I'll upload this later, and y'all go find Cody Cattle Company on TikTok, and hopefully you'll see him at his new Mustang, Larry Jeffers build at No Prep Kings race soon.
Hello.
Shout out to Chris Michael.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Michael, Cody said. Y'all have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Later.